What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends. So if that's something that you're interested in, hit that subscribe button for us and check us out. Check us out on Twitter at Marlon Gaming Nation, and obviously right here on YouTube, Marlon Gaming Nation. So we have a brand new week ahead, and we have some brand new topics to go over and discuss in the land of PlayStation. We have a lot of PlayStation stuff to cover today. Spider-Man 2, as you guys may know, this is going to be incredible for Sony in terms of numbers and PS5 sales and everything, considering that we don't necessarily have a lot of titles from their first party studio. We're also going to talk about how much of a technical powerhouse Spider-Man 2 is on the PlayStation 5. We're also going to be talking about Insomniac's games acquisition. Yes, we're going to talk about that because there's more that's on the actual surface. Every time when a studio gets, some sort of acquisition going or a buyout or something like that, it's always good to hear what's going on behind the scenes in terms of like treatment, like how is Sony actually treating you guys and or Microsoft, whoever the case may be. And granted, I feel like a lot of people would really want to know, considering Insomniac Games is one of Sony's, if not their best studio to date. Obviously, there's a lot of S tier, A tier, and B plus or B minus studios that Sony have, but Insomniac Games is literally one of their best studios, and it's really kind of showing in terms of the PlayStation 5, which we talked about, Spider-Man 2 literally pushing the PS5 to the max here. We talked about, ray tracing being available on all modes. You don't necessarily have to turn it off when it comes to actual performance. We're going to talk about a little bit of technicality here when it comes to Spider-Man 2. Also, we're going to talk about the suit damage and stuff like that, which suit damage and stuff like that is obviously not for the first time, but the attention to detail whenever you take damage and stuff like that in Spider-Man 2. And if you actually look at the suit with the damages and stuff like that, it's literally incredible. It's a sight to behold. And so we have to talk about that now. Some of you guys have bought a lot of TVs over time when it comes to preparing for PS5 and Series X. And so that is very, very much so interesting, to say the least, because there's a lot of people that bought, 4K 120 hertz TVs, HDMI 2.1, whatever it's OLED or it's just, regular, LED TVs or whatever the case may be. You guys are going to be in for a treat when it comes to Spider-Man 2. So we're going to talk about all of that. And we're going to talk about the PS5 game reveals that is getting ready to be happening here. I think a lot of these games that we're going to be discussing today, I think that a lot of you guys will have some sort of interest in these titles. And considering that Sony just gave us that state of play, and some will say the state of play wasn't really that great to me per se. Obviously, Resident Evil 4 DLC with Ada and the VR and such, that was really, really cool. And obviously Spider-Man 2 literally just carrying the entire state of play alongside Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which we're going to talk about in some capacity here. We have a little bit of sprinkle of Xbox news as well for those Xbox lovers out there. And I think this is really, really good. You give credit where credit's due when it comes to a good game. And Starfield is doing crazy numbers for Microsoft right now, rightfully so. And this is why I say, when you build great games, it definitely does increase market share. It definitely does increase, people buying into your consoles, people subscribing into your ecosystem, or whatever the case may be. It just drives sales up regardless of the fact. Now, some people might not like the game, just like people are bashing Spider-Man 2 right now. I mean, it's just a mixed bag situation, however you actually look at it. But when you build a great game or a good game, and you know it's well received and things of that nature, it definitely does help out. And so we're going to talk about that because Starfield right now is doing some crazy numbers for them. We talked about the post launch with a little over 6 million and things of that nature, which is really incredible for Microsoft. Definitely need that really big push, you know, going into the rest of this year and beyond. So we're going to talk about all of that. Also, we need to talk about the length of Spider-Man 2. How long does it take for you to actually finish the actual main story and things of that nature? So we're going to be diving into this. Also, we have a bit of sour news when it comes to PlayStation Plus Premium. You see, when Sony actually went up on the price of PlayStation Plus, a lot of people was very, very upset, considering that there's a lot of room for improvement when it comes to PlayStation Plus as a service. And so with that being said, you know, a lot of people looked at the last lineup of games that actually hit PlayStation Plus Premium, and a lot of people was very salty because they're like, you know what? Why am I sitting here paying $40 to $50 more for PlayStation Plus Premium when in reality, there's so much more room for improvement? Talking about the PS2 emulator, PS3 emulator, being able to download PS3 games. Also, one of the biggest highlight reels that Sony is actually working on right now for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation Plus Premium is the ability to stream games at 4K via the cloud and things of that nature when it comes to the PlayStation 5. And obviously, that's going to be based off of what your system setup can do in terms of your internet and things of that nature. Now, that didn't roll out in this latest update that Sony literally put out there, but hey, you know, they're still working out the kinks, considering that it's been an invite only situation. And so we'll see how that actually pans out for us there. Also, some of you guys have been stressing on side content for Spider-Man 2, like, you know, side missions, side activities. A lot of the side stuff or even main mission stuff, when we're talking about MJ and things of that nature, a lot of you guys did not really like the way how the missions were kind of structured, especially when it come down to MJ. I understand the whole stealth situation, but I think one of the most cringeworthy parts of Spider-Man, at least the, you know, previous stuff, was with MJ and everything like that. And yeah, a lot of people didn't really like the stealth mission, but this time around, side content is going to be better than ever, next to the actual main story, which I think a lot of you guys understand is basically two stories into one, because it's just two Spider-Men coming together and just, you know, giving you a full fleshed out experience on the PlayStation 5, two separate stories being told, and everything just coming into one to make one big splash on PS5. So we're going to be digging into all of that. We're going to be talking about these new PS5 game reveals and what's going on there. And also, before we even go into anything else, Tokyo Game Show is getting ready to start next week, I believe. No, not next week. This Thursday. The actual Thursday, you know, starting off. And so there's some presents there for Sony, which we're going to be talking about as well right here in the show. So you don't want to miss out on that. So make sure you guys hit that like button for me, share the stream, subscribe if you're brand new, hit that post notification bell, and let's get right into the business. All right. So before we start, shout out to everybody. Welcome to a brand new week. We here, you know what I mean? We getting it going for you guys. Okay. So first thing here, let me make sure we get all of our stuff, our ducks in a row, and let's put this on the back end so people can know that we're actually live, considering YouTube sometimes don't send out notifications. So, all right, let's see here. And I think we're good. Okay. All right, cool. So, top of the hour, let's talk about some Xbox stuff. Let's get the Xbox stuff out the way first. Okay, and this is a W. Now, like I said, Microsoft, they need a lot of W's at this point. The interesting part is, though, which let's talk about the Elder Scrolls 6 real quick before we get off into this. So this is just like you know, off the cuff type of news. We're not time stamping this stuff, so for people who are rewatching this, they'll be able to see this. So, well, Are you surprised? It looks like Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox exclusive after all. Because I know that Phil basically was saying, oh yeah, it's going to be on a case-by-case basis when it comes to a lot of the games and stuff, at least for the future. But it looks like Elder Scrolls 6 will just be a Xbox exclusive after all. So if you definitely want to play Elder Scrolls 6, which it's not coming out till 2026. So we have a long period of time before that actually comes out. Like I said, some of you guys have, you know, beefy PCs and things of that nature to be able to handle this and what have you. But this was actually stemming from, obviously, you already know, the FTC battle and things of that nature with the Activision, Blizzard, King stuff. A lot of stuff has started to trickle out when it comes down to that actual whole deal. Okay, so it says, yep, a new court doc has appeared from the ongoing Activision Blizzard investigation that basically says that Elder Scrolls 6 won't be released on PlayStation. We're not surprised on that. We already knew that anything Bethesda from here on out, actually after the whole Deathloop situation, Ghostwire Tokyo situation, that was it. Okay, anything else after those two titles, which were just time exclusivity, anything else after those two titles, Bethesda titles, were going to be on Xbox. Okay, I mean, that's what exclusivity is literally all about. Nothing new. So if you want to play Elder Scrolls 6, you're going to have to get yourself a PC or an Xbox. Simple as that. Same thing with PlayStation. You want to play Spider-Man 2? You want to be salty about Spider-Man 2 not being on Xbox? Go buy yourself a PS5. All right, so there's that. All right, so basically a separate expert has also spotted showing Microsoft claiming that the game may be released on Xbox and PC. All right, so there is that one. I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised considering how it used to be back in the day when it comes down to Xbox and exclusivity and this and that. And now the tables has turned because they have acquired Bethesda. And there's just a lot of games that is in the oven right now when it comes to, you know, Microsoft, Bethesda, and obviously your Xbox game studios. So there is that one. OK, now the next thing on the list that I wanted to cover and talk about is obviously Starfield. Now, the last time we covered anything about Starfield was obviously Bethesda is getting ready to update Starfield with DLSS 3. Obviously DLSS 3.5. So, you know, there's that. They're going to be fixing a lot of the bugs, a lot of glitches, things of that nature, and so on and so forth. So, you know, there's that. But on the top of the hour, I wanted to highlight a couple of things here. Now, let's talk about the sales data of Starfield. Now, we know that Microsoft typically don't really talk too much about sales numbers and stuff like that. But stick a pin right there. Starfield latest sales data reveals major success for Xbox in Europe. And that's what we want to hear. That's good. I will say this. I will say in terms of success, I can't even talk. In terms of success, I would say Starfield is definitely the best game that Microsoft has put out to date in terms of numbers. And obviously it shows right here that it's the biggest Xbox launch this generation for sure. And so interesting, we have some numbers to kind of go over and discuss. Now, obviously, Hogwarts Legacy is obviously number 1. Diablo 4 number 2, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom number 3, Jedi Survivor number 4, and Starfield is number 5. Okay, so that's really nice to see Microsoft, you know, that's nice. That's nice. Number 5. That's a big W, you know, for Microsoft. Big W. Yeah. I think the last big Xbox game they had was, you know, Forza Horizon 5, which did crazy numbers, right? But now Starfield is just setting the tone. And I feel like, you know, Microsoft, well deserved, you know, like I said, a step in the right direction. and we will see, you know, what actually pans out for Microsoft, you know, moving forward. Now, let's dig into this, and then we're going to move on to the PlayStation stuff, okay? Now, addition to this, gamingindustry.biz notes how Starfield just about comes ahead of Forza Horizon 5. Told you guys, as the biggest Xbox launch this generation across Europe. Again, congratulations, Microsoft. Congratulations. Yep. 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 Yeah. So yeah, Starfield is definitely a major success for them, especially, you know, in Europe, here in the States. A lot of people are downloading, a lot of people are playing. And like I said, you know, the game itself, you know, needs some polishing and, you know, needs some bugs to be, you know, removed, some AI retweaks, things of that nature. And obviously there's other complaints and optimization and things of that nature. Obviously FSR 3 is getting ready to drop, so that's going to make a huge difference. And then DLSS 3 and 3.5 obviously is going to be baked into the game to give us a much more better experience for Starfield. So there's that. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. Just had to get the Xbox stuff out the way. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's turn up the heat a little bit. Make sure y'all turn up the like just a little bit as well. Okay, so let's talk about these games. Let's talk about Sony and these PS5 games, and then we're going to talk about Spider-Man 2, because we got a lot to talk about when it comes to Spider-Man 2. So let people hate, let people, you know what, in yesterday's stream, you guys know me, man. I like to keep it real with you guys, and I just want to clear the air first. Yesterday's stream was me basically just spreading awareness, right, on what I'm seeing happening in gaming, in the gaming community right now. And, you know, it's like, if I can sit here and congratulate Microsoft and say, you know what, Microsoft is doing a great job, you know, they're head just being positive and just saying, hey, you know what, this is good, this is a step in the right direction. They need 1,000 more Starfields in order to get them really where they need to be, you know what I mean? And so if I can be that way, I think a lot of people can be that way. I mean, I've played the game for myself. Now, Spider-Man 2, man, this is going to be huge for Sony. Not only they're going to be selling PS5s like crazy, but you could see the effort that's being put into Spider-Man 2. And I just feel like people are just knocking the studio, Insomniac Games, and just knocking the game. And it's like, bro, like, regardless of what you may think or what you're saying, same thing happened 3 years ago to this date, November, around the time when the PS5 was launching, and we had Miles Morales, and, you know, people was, you know, knocking Miles Morales, basically saying it's a DLC, it's trash, it's this, it's that, it looks like a PS4 game, blah, blah, blah. But I think Miles Morales sold very well, over 10 million copies, if I'm not mistaken, and it was still in the top 10 charts even to this day, right? It still did crazy amount of numbers for Sony. A lot of people who pick up PS5s and things of that nature, you know, they pick up Miles Morales. It's Spider-Man, it's Miles. Like, of course you're gonna want to pick that thing up. And so, you know, I was one of those guys that back then I was just like, listen, man, yo, you're missing out on Miles Morales. Really showcasing what the PS5 can do in terms of power, in terms of capabilities, in terms of the headset, in terms of the adaptive triggers, in terms of the haptics and all of that, you know. And people were still knocking the game, still trashing the game. And so it don't even really matter if people trash a game or not. It really boils down to is how you are enjoying the game. How is the game going for you? And that's really what it really boils down to. You can't listen to the reviews, can't listen to what everybody else is saying. You got to buy the game for yourself, play it, and have a freaking good time. That's really all that really matters. And that is something that Sony's been doing for years when it comes to the quality of their studios, which we're going to talk about Insomniac Games and the acquisition and how that's really going, right? Because I did talk to a developer. This was like about 3 years ago, around the time when the PS5 was coming out. And he literally told me, like, listen, man, Microsoft is cool, but man, Sony really take care of their devs and make sure they have every single thing Microsoft as well. I'm pretty sure Microsoft, and I've heard that Microsoft take care of their developers as well too. But man, it's really good to hear on the Sony side that, you know what, man, Microsoft, especially Insomniac games, they deserve to be taken care of. Because, I mean, these guys, man, are wizards. Like, they come out and it never seems to amaze me. Like, how much more higher can you get over Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? I mean, to this day, I'm just like, how do you get this to actually work? You know, like, and how the game actually looks and how it actually performs. And not only that, but you look at Miles Morales, you look at Spider-Man 2018, you look at Spider-Man 2018 remastered, and you're like, wow, you know, the level of polish, the level of enthusiasm, the level of, you know, passion. And I think that's one of the biggest things that the industry is lacking right now is passion. And we're still seeing that right now. We don't see it enough, but that's why I always say uplift these studios. When a studio does a great job, whether it's Xbox, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's Nintendo, we need to uplift that. But I think the problem is that a lot of people are just fanboys in, you know, too much, to the point where they just can't give credit where credit's due. You see what I'm saying? And when you see good work, you need to appreciate good work. And I feel like once they see the feedback, they can keep on doing what they've been doing and even take it a step further. And so it's very, very important that, you know, we keep it a buck. I love to keep it a buck with you guys. I love to be honest with you guys. I don't have time for the biased bull crap. It's just be open-minded about things. You know, touch everything that you can touch, play everything that you can play. And once you do that and you have an open mind towards things, I think, you know, things will be a lot better for the gaming community, because it's just so freaking toxic. And it's just like, man, listen, bro, it's just time just to play games and buy consoles and just help out the industry, because it's already bad enough that we're getting a lot of third-party games that I feel like lack creativity and lack passion, right? And so there's that. Just had to clear the air on that situation before we get off into the actual topic. So diving into our first story here, make sure you guys hit the like button for me. If you have any burning questions or anything like that, feel free to super chat. Super chats definitely does help us out for us to continue to do these streams full time and at the quality that we're giving you guys. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk about these new games, or let's talk about these PS5 reveals that was potentially missing from the PS5 showcase, and also the state of play. So let's go ahead and let's put a timestamp on this one for you guys. All right. So first thing is first, I have a list. So let's get these PS5 reveals, and then we'll talk about the new stuff and what's popping on that particular situation. So I think, more importantly, a lot of people have been just sitting back and wondering, like, okay, Sony, like, what's going on? You know, like, what's going on with the games? I've seen the memes. I've seen people saying, oh, yeah, Sony ain't got no games, blah, blah, blah. I even see people memeing me on they got games, but they just haven't revealed them yet. Like, that's actually a meme now. So every time when certain things is being said on X, people just comment my clip of my stream saying, oh, yeah, they got games, but they just haven't revealed them yet. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. But whatever. Don't believe me that they have games. They do have a lot of freaking games. Microsoft got games. Sony got games. Okay. Now, here's the interesting part, though. Silent Hill. Now, as we approach, you know, TGS and everything like that, Silent Hill Remake has been teased via a Steam page banner or something like that for TGS. And so I'm expecting PlayStation to have a decent, not a solid, but a decent presence at Tokyo Game Show. We know Microsoft is going to be having a separate stream at Tokyo Game Show. So I'm going to try to see if I can stream that for you guys. But yes, Silent Hill Remake. Now, that's a game that a lot of people thought they were going to see at the actual state of play, but it wasn't at the state of play. And so we get to probably see another reveal trailer, or full reveal trailer, or full gameplay, or whatever the case may be, on Silent Hill, you know, remake, Silent Hill 2 remake. So there is that. Also, at this particular event, we can expect Little Devil Inside. We haven't seen anything on this game, you know, at, you know, their state of play, and even at the PS5 showcase. So I'm expecting Little Devil Inside to actually be there. Now, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been confirmed to have some sort of playable demo at TGS this year. And so that's interesting. So people can get to actually play, you know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and check it out and see if it's actually, you know, really, really, really good. The next game that we have to talk about, and I was like, what the heck, Sony? Like, what's going on here? And it is Stellar Blade. Now, holy freaking cow. I feel like that needs to drop this year. That needs to drop this year. I don't know about y'all, but that needs to drop this year, because we just learned during the actual state of play that, you know, Helldivers 2, the game, the only multiplayer game that we have for PS5 right now to hold us over until Factions 2 and all the other multiplayer experiences drop for PlayStation 5. Yeah, Stellar Blade. Yes, Stellar Blade. We need that to drop this year. I mean, I know Spider-Man 2 don't need no help, but man, it will be really nice to have something else next to Spider-Man 2 for the Christmas, for the fall, for whatever. And so I'm expecting to see at TGS, I'm expecting to see, you know, some extensive coverage on Stellar Blade, you know, new gameplay trailer or something, release date this year. But if it's next year, then, I mean, there's nothing that we can do, you know, about that. Now, also, when it comes to the new PS5 reveals, we did hear from Tom Henderson a little bit again, and also the Snitch. Now, basically, don't know if you guys remember this, but there were some games that was pulled from the PS5 showcase that I guess trailers apparently alleged, we're going to say allegedly because we don't have confirmation, but allegedly, you know, there were some new PS5 games or re-existing PS5 games that got pulled from the actual showcase. Obviously, maybe needed more time for polished or whatever the case may be. And so there is that, right? But we could potentially see some new stuff at TGS as well, because I don't think Sony is going to be doing another event this year. I think that state of play, that is it. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this in the PlayStation community, but maybe I'm just the one that noticed it. But you notice that Sony changed up the format again, right? In terms, what are you talking about? In terms of the state of play, right? Obviously, they will normally have a lady, you know, talking in the background and showing off the trailers and whatever, the gameplay, the news and whatever. But now they have somebody physically on screen, like, you know, on the state of play talking and stuff. And I'm just like, why not? Okay. I mean, it was kind of off-putting for me, because I was like, well, you could just have somebody talking in the background and showing trailers, but I don't, it is what it is on that one. But regardless, that's just my opinion. But back to the games, like I said, there are some games that I feel like Sony has been, you know, expanding and working with other studios, you know, with their worldwide partners, third party, second party, and things of that nature, especially out there in Korea as well. So I'm expecting some stuff to really, not even just in Korea, but, you know, Chinese and also Japanese developers as well. So I'm expecting to see some new stuff to be revealed. Possibly, you know, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, maybe at Tokyo Game Show. We will see. Maybe not. Maybe we just get the re-existing stuff, you know, like Silent Hill Remake, Little Devil Inside. Hopefully that drops this year. Stellar Blade and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which we already seen, you know, at the state of play. And I'm guessing that was good enough for a lot of people, because people wanted to see Rebirth, and it looks really, really good. Obviously, you know, utilizing the power of the PS5. And so there's that. Let me know y'all thoughts. I will try to stream, you know, Tokyo Game Show. If there's the timing and stuff like that, I'll get it down. Xbox, like I said, they're going to have a separate stream. So we'll see if there's anything new alongside with these 4 games that we just talked about, you know, Silent Hill 2 Remake, you know, Little Devil Inside, Stellar Blade, and obviously last is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Obviously going to have demo, and pretty sure you know, more information will be coming out of that one. Or who knows, maybe we might get to see, you know, Death Stranding 2 in some capacity. Maybe not. You done? Okay, Cool. Thank you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button and see we have one super chat here. Let's get to this, and then we're gonna get off into some really, really good stuff. Anonymous Boss says, what's good, Marlon? Xbox Defense Force Commander is out here with the tank. Redfall Game of the Year? Nah, just cap. Hey, you know, who knows? Maybe Redfall might get Game of the Year for you guys. I don't know. Maybe it might happen, right? Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's talk about Insomniac Games. Now, I need to see some love and emotes, even if you hate PlayStation, even if you're, I don't know, you're just anti-PlayStation. I don't care what you know, whatever. But come on, man. Insomniac Games is a great studio, more than great. And I need to see some love and appreciation to one of Sony's best studios to date. Come on, round of applause. Let's go. All right, so Spider-Man 2, man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Bump what everybody is saying, bro. You know, people are always gonna say stuff, man, and I have to keep reminding myself, bro. In life, people are always gonna say stuff, and like the great Edica would say, I've always said I'm gonna keep my promise and keep his name alive. He would always say, "You do you." At the end of the day, it's all about you. At the end of the day, and what you want out of life and what makes you happy. And if Spider-Man 2 makes you happy, who cares what anybody else have to say? Put some respect on that. Same thing with Starfield. Same thing. All right. Woo. Now, let's talk about Spider-Man 2. Now, we know, we heard it directly from Insomniac Games themselves that, you know, Spider-Man 2 is literally pushing the PS5 to its limit. Now, we did shouts to Paris and Danny Pina. Yesterday, we watched their interview, and I've learned so much more about Spider-Man 2. And it really got me excited because you could be swinging across the city and just minding your own business, and you could see, you know, either Peter or Miles doing a mission, and you can actually jump in and interact, which I think is really, really cool. Not only that, but how beautiful the game is, using the web suit and be able to glide and be able to go over those little, I guess, momentum pushes to push you up even further so you can enjoy the scenery. The combat is so freaking fluid. Yes, more of the same in terms of the combat, but man, they just added a whole new layer on top of it, new combos, and it's just so fluid. I mean, the chain of command, it's like you hit somebody, it's just so fluid. It's like boom, 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 bioelectric, boom. Like, it's just so freaking smooth. So much stuff is happening on screen to keep the gamer right at the center of the actual experience. And I'm telling you guys, man, this is the moment. If you have been doubting Sony for years, been doubting their decision making and things of that nature in terms of acquisitions, in terms of the quality of the games, Spider-Man 2 is a living breathing testimony of that. And haters, whatever you want to call them, or people want to knock Spider-Man 2, it is what it is. Spider-Man 2 might not be your cup of tea, but for the majority of PlayStation fans that literally grew up playing Spider-Man, and I obviously enjoyed Spider-Man 2018, Miles Morales remastered, whatever the case may be, check this out, man. And I think y'all are gonna get hype, y'all gonna be excited, because Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 is a technical powerhouse. Yes, sir, it is. And it leverages VRR and 120 hertz display. Congratulations to y'all that bought these TVs. Yep. As y'all about to eat good. Shouts to OG Gaming with the $5. Y'all about to eat real good. Y'all about to eat real, man. Ain't nothing gonna be boasty like PlayStation fans this holiday season. Y'all gonna be eating, y'all gonna be grinning, bro. Y'all gonna be grinning real good. Y'all gonna be putting them Samsung S95Bs to work. Y'all gonna be putting them LG C10s to work, C2, C1. I don't freaking know. You name it, whatever TV you bought, it has 4K 120 hertz. It has VRR. Spider-Man 2, just like how Miles Morales pretty much utilizes those 120 hertz TVs and things of that nature. Same thing, especially with ray tracing being on every single performance mode. Let's go. Yeah, y'all gonna be eating real good. That's why I said, listen. Whew, I can feel the heat in the room right now. I can literally feel the heat in the room because it's getting hot up in here now. But check this information out, man. This is the point where I always said that PlayStation fans, they don't need to be salty about Xbox. They don't need to worry about Starfield. Starfield is a good game. Let Starfield have its shine. Let Starfield continue to grow and grow the Xbox fan base. You guys, PlayStation fans, have always been spoiled by Sony, always been eating good. And the fact of the matter is Spider-Man 2, y'all gonna be having a good time in Spider-Man 2. So let's talk about how Spider-Man 2 is a technical powerhouse and how it continues to really impress us. And obviously what we saw was a 6-month-old build of the game. That's not even like the final build of the game, and we were just like in shock because it was like, oh shoot, this is freaking crazy. But yes, let's dig into this stuff. This is very, very important stuff here. So let's go ahead, and this is coming from psu.com. So as you guys can see here, it says, speaking during an interview with Insomniac Games, Mike Fitzgerald revealed that Marvel Spider-Man 2 will flex some serious technical muscle. What? Oh man, y'all better get hyped. Where's the fire emotes in the chat? Come on, somebody. Let's go. Y'all quiet today. Let's go. Let's get it. Are y'all ready for that muscle on the PS5? Y'all better stop playing, baby. My Marvel Spider-Man 2 is literally the bar right now. It's literally the bar for the industry and literally the bar for next-gen consoles, because it's literally pushing the PlayStation 5 and flexing some technical muscles up in here. And also with the upcoming superhero sequel, leveraging the likes of variable refresh rate and 120 hertz display to deliver a visually stunning, you see that? Stunning, visually stunning experience. And so let's listen to a bit of some of the technicalities here. Now, the foundation for how we decided to render things is we like to have our resolution be dynamic. And so this is, I think, where a lot of Xbox fans are like, oh, they can't even do native 4K, 60 FPS. Well, Starfield is not 4K 60. I mean, yes, it's 4K 30, but it's what's wrong with dynamic 4K? It's like people just complain about every single freaking thing. It's like you give them dynamic 4K or you give them dynamic resolution and still delivering 60 FPS and you're still freaking complaining. I thought the goal was to have 60 FPS across the board, but it's okay, man. It's okay. I'm happy with dynamic resolution. That's okay with me. As long as I'm getting my 60, I am good across the board. And that's something that they have achieved right here with Spider-Man 2. And then we have a pretty robust temporal anti-aliasing solution that lets us scale that up and down, do different dithering effects with materials and things in the scene. And then the last part is, and what that means is we got a leverage. We get to take players' preferences about how they want to play the game and also make sure we use all the features of their display. See this right here? That means your TVs, right? Your features of their display in the console as well. So whether you have a VRR television or 120 hertz TV, whether you would like to play in at 60, 30, and 40, if you have a 120 hertz TV, we got to tailor everything to best utilize that tech. Put some respect on Insomniac Games' name. Let's go. Yeah. Fire emotes. Fire, 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 fire. Let's go. OG Gaming says my Spider-Man 2 is gonna be fire. Says, are you streaming MK1? Man, I haven't even bought MK1 yet. I'm just busy still with Starfield. I'm busy. I just finished up something behind the scenes as well. Like I'm just juggling a whole bunch of stuff. I haven't even gotten a chance to even pick it up right now. I haven't even got a chance to even go to the store, you know, to even pick anything up. Because you guys know I love my physical games. But there's that. Thank you for the 5. Yo, Spider-Man 2 is about to be crazy, bro. Let people say whatever they want to say. Y'all ready? Woo! Y'all better put them fire emotes in the chat. So, I know a lot of you guys have been concerned, besides the swinging mechanic, which obviously is improved, the combat, which is obviously improved, the suits, 65 new suits, 200 different ways to obviously upgrade and things of that nature, however you want to however you want to do it and everything like that. But this is going to make y'all really freaking happy. So we're talking about the senior art director, Jacinda Chu. So Jacinda Chu, she actually sat down in an interview with the Movie Podcast. Shout out to the Movie Podcast. Yes, sir. Keep putting in that work. Pretty much highlights that the narrative in side content, because I know a lot of you guys were kind of had mixed feelings with the side content for Spider-Man, especially in Miles Morales. Like, you guys need like a much more flushed out experience when it comes to the side activities, you know, better side missions and things of that nature. So when it comes to the side content, I know you guys want to know what's going on with side content in terms of besides the main, you know, narrative or the actual campaigns, which we're going to be digging into right now. So let's check it out. It's 27 seconds. Let's dive right off into it. And then we're going to get back into the suit damage, which I know you guys probably want to know about, especially if they're pushing the PS5 like the way they are. Then we need to dig into what's going on here. So let's go ahead and let's dig into it. All right, so here we go.
Can I just give one pro tip to anyone who's playing the game?
Please, give the pro tips. We'd love them.
So we've added a lot of great side content, which hopefully you got to experience today. But one of the things I know people love about our game is just the amount of narrative and story that we have in the world. So we've definitely made a big effort and pushed to put a lot of narrative into the side content. So I would tell people to please play those optional missions because you will see some really cool surprise. Can I?
Whoa! 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 Oh! God! Oh my God! Yo, did y'all hear that? Y'all sleeping today. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping, man. Y'all ain't ready for Spider-Man 2. Y'all ain't ready, bro. Y'all sleeping, bro. Keep telling y'all sleeping today. Bro, there is, man, definitely contender for Game of the Year. I don't care what nobody want to say about copy and paste and buildings this, buildings that. Who cares? Listen, appreciate greatness when you see it. Appreciate a great studio when you see it. Bro, they literally pack so much effort into. That's why I need y'all to spam the stream with hearts and emotes and put some respect on Insomniac name. Matter of fact, tag the stream, retweet the stream, and let them see, yo, we appreciate them. Because you hear what she just said? We pack so much content, and she's encouraging us to do the side content because there's gonna be some surprises, not just with the main story or the main narrative, but the same main you know, narrative and effort and, you know, enthusiasm and polish and surprises that are in the main missions is also in the side content as well. So she's like, listen, I need y'all to do the side missions, the side content, because it's just as action packed, it's just as narrative full, just like the main content. And that is really freaking awesome, man. So much freaking better, man. Wow. Wow, man. Spider-Man 2 is so much better than Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2018. The speed, the traversal, the content, how much enemies on screen, 6 key characters on screen at the same time. That's not even counting NPCs, right? I mean, there's so much stuff to even talk about. The level of immersion, like between, you know, Miles and his mom, and Miles actually trying to graduate, and Peter, you know, still grieving over Aunt May. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to see how flushed out the experience is going to be, and action packed, taking it full advantage of the PS5, full advantage of 4K 120 hertz TVs. What more do you want? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Let's go. Now, let's talk about the length, and then we're going to show off the suit and stuff like that, right? So, interestingly enough, we saw this was actually going around and things of that nature, and I was like, yo, this is, hey, man. So, check this out. And I'm going to show you guys, I didn't have it on my tab here, but yo, look at the suit, bro. Post some, this is coming from, I like to credit all my sources, Cultural Crave Twitter account. Bro, look at this, man. When you're doing missions and stuff, like they took the suit damage to a whole nother freaking level. Put some respect on Insomniac name's name. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that butter. Say it in the chat. Butter. Say it in the chat. Butter. Look at this. Look at this. Come on, man.
This is for all them PS boys out there.
Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that detail. Look at that. Oh my God, bro. You can see his skin. You can see the bruises. What? What? Say butter in the chat. Say it with me. Butter. Butter. Butter, baby. What? Y'all crazy. Let's go. Let's go. Crazy, bro. That looks insane. You look at this and tell me this look like PS3. Come on, bro. This is butter. Say butter. Butter, baby. Butter. Oh my God, that looks insane. Can you imagine playing this on your LG C10, your S95B, you know, whatever TV you got, your Sony K95, whatever? Man, butter. Butter. That might be my new screenshot. Mess around with me. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the game length, right? Because I know some of y'all want to know what's going on with the game length and everything like that. Well, this is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. So they're basically saying that Spider-Man 2 PS5 length reveal will be similar to the first game, okay? So obviously, Spider-Man 2018. Now, Insomniac Games has shed some light on Marvel's Spider-Man 2's campaign length on the PS5. While the studio didn't offer any hard numbers, obviously they did say that the game length is going to be similar to 2018. Now, let's check this out really quickly. So according to How Long to Beat, Spider-Man 1's main story can be beaten within 17 hours. All right. So How Long to Beat is basically saying that, you know, Spider-Man 2018, you know, campaign, you can beat it in 17 hours. Now, those who actually, you know, delved into side missions spent on average of 25 hours, 25.5 hours playing the game. Whereas, you know, the completionists took an average of 34.5 hours to, you know, literally do every single thing in Spider-Man 1 that the game has to offer. While these numbers are dependent on actual play styles and things of that nature, it's safe to say that Spider-Man 2's campaign is roughly around 15 to 18 hours, which I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with that. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? Between 15 to 18 hours, roughly. It's just a rough estimate. It could be more, could be a little bit less, but 15 to 18 hours, I'm okay with that, considering that there's so much stuff to do in the game. I think just doing the side missions exploring. I mean, obviously the extension of the game, which is Queens and obviously Brooklyn, right? And, you know, just going around, visiting Queens, visiting Brooklyn, going to Times Square, checking out certain landmarks. You know, I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. So they're going to be putting a lot of hours just exploring either way, you know, traversing around and swinging around, you know, just adding a little bit more hours into the game and things of that nature, including the side missions, and also, you know, injecting into you know, other missions. Maybe, you know, Peter's doing a mission or Miles doing a mission, and you want to just jump in and help out and things of that nature, which I think is really, really cool. My man Neo Red 458 says, hey Marlon, I'm on Xbox. I'm wondering which is more hyped for Spider-Man 2 or Wolverine. For me, it's 100% Wolverine. Sad to not see it at the state of play. Yeah, Wolverine, obviously, we just learned that they went into full production on the game now. A lot of people who are working on Spider-Man are trickling off, and they're actually working on Wolverine full steam ahead. I think the game has been in development going on, what, 2 years now? And so we can expect more stuff on Wolverine. I would say possibly next year at the next PlayStation 5 showcase. We're definitely probably going to see something. Now, internally, we're hearing that they're planning on doing a 2024 fall 2024 release, but I don't think Wolverine is going to drop in fall 2024. It would be nice, but I would say 2025, respectively, maybe Q1 of 2025, you know, for Wolverine and things of that nature, or maybe fall of 2025 to give it that full 4-year development cycle. But we'll see. We'll see what actually happens. You never know. I mean, the Wizards at Insomniac Games, incredible studio. Incredible. All right. Now, let's talk about the acquisition. Oh boy, stuff's about to get real spicy. Stuff's about to get real spicy. Y'all hit the like button if you are enjoying the show so far. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and turn on that post notification bell. Let's go, man. Let's get hype. All right. So, Sony, Insomniac Games. We got to talk about how Sony is, what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, get your heart beating fast right now. Heart's beating real fast. Yeah, let's talk about this because, you know, as great as Insomniac Games is, and oh, I just learned earlier that Sony Ben actually worked on one of the suits for Spider-Man 2. It was actually really cool. Yo, shout out to Sony Ben, bro. Can't wait to see that new PS5 game now, man. Yup. All right, so y'all ready? All right, let's ride. So Insomniac Games has gotten better. Are y'all hearing this? Insomniac Games has gotten better after Sony's acquisition. Oh man, Sony, congratulations, man. Yeah. You love to hear it. You love to hear it. Yo, listen, when you acquire a studio, you want to allow that studio to be greater. You don't just buy them just to buy them. You buy them so they can be greater than how they were before you buy them. Does that make sense? Put some respect on that. All right. Now, I was very, very intrigued to really find out how Sony, you know, on the inside is treating Insomniac Games. I mean, we know that they've been pushing, and they're a true workhorse this entire generation. Been cranking out games after games. I think, what, 4 games now at this point? Like, it's literally bananas, the work ethic that they literally have. And so it's really good to hear that they have gotten better, and we're going to dig a little bit much more deeper because what goes on behind the scenes is very important, like how Sony is treating Insomniac Games, really. Now, Insomniac Games Senior Director Brian Intihar basically said that things have been better at the studio since it joined Sony PlayStation family. Now, Insomniac had a history of working with PlayStation before being acquired in 2019. Best acquisition of all time. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Because, listen. Because, why am I saying it's one of the best acquisitions of all time? Because, listen, man, it's just like having a girl, right? Or seeing a girl and maybe, you know, other people will reject her and be like, not interested in her. You know what I mean? XYZ, XYZ. And they say another man's trash is another man's treasure. And so being that Insomniac games got rejected by Microsoft, Sony scooped them up. And that was the best move that Sony could ever make. And it's literally saving Sony's behind right now. Let's get it popping. Yeah. So, woo. Yo, shout outs to Sean Layton. Put some respect and emotes and love for Sean Layton, man. With former Sony exec Sean Layton calling the acquisition one of his greatest achievements. Oh my God, what did I say? What did I say? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Man. So, you know, I said it. I said it like that was the best move that Sony could ever make, alongside all the other studios that they have, the other S tier studios, A tier, B tier studios that they have. But man, oh man, Sean Layton said it best. One of his greatest achievements, being able to acquire Insomniac games. Man, that was a steal. What? You, man, Microsoft, nope, we don't need y'all. Up, Sony like, come on in. We gonna make y'all greater. We're gonna make y'all greater. We're gonna give y'all, and that's the thing I love. What I'm hearing about Sony on the inside is that they take care of their people. And and right now Insomniac is basically saying, which we're about to read, that Sony took care of them and give them everything that they need as a studio to shine and to be better. And you're seeing it into the work. You're seeing it into the body of work. And that's why I always tell you guys to congratulate these studios and put some respect on their name, especially if they put in that work, especially if they're going above and beyond and you see it. You see it into the project. Why not congratulate them? You know what I mean? It's for free. It's no charge. Now, listen, Insomniac Games was happy to join PlayStation Studios. Now, speaking to gamingindustry.biz, Intihar said that he sometimes forgets Insomniac is a part of PlayStation. Sony has been lauded by a number of developers for allowing creative freedom. So not policing them or anything like that into, oh, you can't have creative freedom. This is what I am talking about. Sony allowing Insomniac Games to be Insomniac Games and not policing them because you acquired them. No sirree, Bob. Because you can see it in the games. You can see the passion. You can see that they're getting out of their comfort zone and get into an uncomfortable zone to where they can really, really crank out the best visual fidelity, the best performance, the best storytelling, and the best overall product for a lot of PlayStation fans. Not just being able to give them that creative freedom. I can't stress it enough. And Intihar echoed those sentiments. Shout out to Brian Intihar as well, man. Dude's a legend. All right, so let's go down here and let's finish this off, okay? Intihar basically said, at the end of the day, Sony want the same things we do. You bet your bottom dollar Sony want the same things that y'all do. Because, listen, man, Sony want to sell PS5s. How is Sony going to sell PS5? Considering that Sony business model is different from Microsoft business model. Sony is in the business with their PlayStation division to sell consoles. How are you going to sell consoles? Building great games and putting out high quality experiences, and not just the same thing over and over again, but give you the same thing, the same type of DNA, but make that DNA even better. And that's what they're doing with Spider-Man 2. You can see a lot of the DNA of, you know, Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales, but you can also see the new DNA that's being injected into it, which is the power of the PS5 being put on display. So let's go, man. Let's get it popping. So Intihar said that they want to make great games and take care of people. That's something that Sony's been staying true to. Let's go. Building great games. Sony wants to build great games. Sony wants to continue to build great games. That's how you make great games. That's how you make great games. You make great games by acquiring the right talent. Whatever you see in a certain individual, whether it's a developer or whatever the case may be, or an actual studio, you want to invest in the right talent and make them greater by investing into the studio, giving them that creative freedom so that they can explore and really get creative. Because I'm telling you, when Insomniac games get creative, oh boy, it's a marvel, bro. It's a marvel. It's literally a marvel. And he said that Sony wants to make great games and take care of people. Now, when Ted Price, shout out to the legendary freaking Ted Price. I have 2008 in my head when I think about Ted Price. Yo, shout out to Ted Price, legendary dude, man. Met Ted Price at E3 talking about Resistance. Man, yo, those were the good old freaking days. Man, I miss those. Yo, shout out to Ted Price. So Ted Price pulled me into the office to say we're going to be a part of PlayStation. I was extremely happy. Oh, man. Woo. Man. Woo. Man. My man Brian was like, yo, Ted pulled me into office and he was like, yo, we joining PlayStation. PlayStation just bought us. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, he's happy. And it really just goes to show you that, man, he's really happy that they got acquired because he knows how Sony operates, right? And he knows what type of publisher they are in terms of taking care of their studios for the most part. And he was just like, man, I'm happy. I'm really happy that we're getting acquired. And so it's really good to get a little bit of insight on, you know, how it really went when Sony acquired Insomniac Games on the eve of the release of Spider-Man 2. And so although Insomniac had a history of working with PlayStation, it did work with other companies, including Microsoft, on the Xbox exclusive Sunset Overdrive. Since being acquired by PlayStation, the studio has put out a series of critical and commercial hits and in relatively quick succession. So I'm telling you guys, man, shout out to Insomniac Games, man. They working, they cooking. They cooking. Yeah. Okay. Are you enjoying the show so far? Me? I'm enjoying the show. Let's go. All right, let's talk about PS Plus Premium. Downgrade. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Now, Sony, if you're watching this, come on, man. You got to do something. People are spending money on the subscription service, and people are just not happy right now. People are waiting for Sony to come out and say, this is what we're going to be offering you for this price hike. Now, the only thing that we heard from Sony was, yeah, we're still working on it. We're still working on how we're going to bring more value to PlayStation Plus subscribers and things of that nature on the eve of the price hike. So this is not good. So PlayStation Plus Premium members vow to downgrade. Are y'all hearing me? Vow to downgrade after September 2023 lineup. So I guess September 23 lineup of games for PlayStation Plus Premium was trash. So people are saying, okay, Sony, you want to play? All right, we're going to go ahead and downgrade. Not good. Not good, man. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose subscribers. But don't know if Sony is going to, if enough people start downgrading, then maybe they might put out a statement or something. But yeah, let's dig into this one. So this is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. So PlayStation Plus Premium users are taken to game forums and on social media to vent their frustration over a weak 2023 September lineup. Now, the most expensive tier of PlayStation Plus Premium, which a PlayStation Plus, received 4 classics, 3 out of which were Star Ocean games. Yeah, people are salty. I saw that. People were very, very salty about that. PlayStation Plus Premium users lament price hike and poor lineup. We previously reported that PlayStation Plus Essentials September 2023 lineup was panned after Sony announced a sharp price hike for all tiers. Now, percentage-wise, PlayStation Plus Extra saw the biggest increase. However, it's premium users who feel like they have been affected the most because of the actual 12-month subscription has hit a staggering $150, all while Sony struggles to make their tier stand out. Now, classic catalogs remains the biggest failure of premium. But 1 year on, Sony's still somewhat struggling in that department. Now, folks who are on the equivalent deluxe tiers in countries without streaming support have it even worse because they can't even play PS3 games. Come on, Sony. Come on, man. Now, so this is one Redditor who actually, pointed out some concerns. Basically says, you can't tell me after a huge price increase to premium and then seeing this lineup that Sony isn't just looking for a reason to kill it. It says, wrote one Redditor, 0 real classic games, either PS1 or PSP, because PS2 is just not coming at all. Don't know what's going on there. Toilet flush on that one. Sony, you gotta do something, man. Gotta do something. People are getting pissed off. People are feeling like, yo, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening? They just got to find ways to add more value. Just got to find more ways to add value, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, that's one of the weak points right now. You increase the price and, when you look at the month-to-month lineup of games, especially for PlayStation Plus Premium, it's just not there. And obviously we heard that they're working on a PS2 emulator and a new PS2 emulator and also PS3, and they're still working on the ability to allow us to download PS3 games and not just stream them. They're still working on the cloud ability of the PS5 to be able to stream PS5 games at 4K resolution. So there's that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Some of y'all might be salty, some of y'all might not be, some of y'all don't care because some of y'all are big ballers. All right, so let's go into the actual Q&A. So if you have any questions or concerns, you want to, did you enjoy the show today? Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. All right, I appreciate y'all. Or if you have any burning questions you want to support us, don't hesitate to super chat or donate. In the link is in the description for that. So appreciate you guys. Let's get to the question and answer time. If you have any questions or anything like that, yeah, we out here, we working. We working. All right. So, yeah, we working. Questions. Liza P. Seeing mixed reviews on it, but mostly good. It's going to be on Game Pass, so, there's that. It says they better bring that value to justify that price hike. Once I see that, I will come back. Exactly. Because it's not cheap, man. $160 a year. I'm just saying, that's a lot of money, but if people don't really see the value into it, then people are just going to downgrade. Rightfully so. I would downgrade too. I don't have money to waste. You know what I mean? I'm not printing money. You know what I mean? I'm not made of money. So yeah, I mean, even if I was made of money, I mean, I would still downgrade. I don't have money to throw away like that. Money is hard to work, hard to grind. So, there's that. PlayStation Extra is the only thing worth getting. Essentials, you are paying too much for what you get, and premium, you pay too much for too little. There you go. You pretty much summarize it. I said, Marlon, any info on Suicide Squad? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that game. The last time I heard that they delayed it into next year, obviously because, they need more time for polishing and things of that nature. So, there's that. What's up, Ray? Big Money Ray Shaw hooking us up with those iPhones next week. Shout out to Ray Shaw. Yep. It says all studios needs to sit with Insomniac. It says they are a workhorse. 4 to 5 AAA games in a 5 to 6 year span is insane. Exactly. I say it until I'm blue in the face. But you know, nobody really listens to me, man. Nobody really listens to me. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, people don't want to give credit where credit's due. I mean, they literally are wizards. You know what I mean? I just don't know how they cook up all them AAA, high quality AAA, you know, titles. And, you know, moreover, so like that's literally the greatest achievement that Sony has ever gotten, you know, as a studio. It says best $250 million investment on entertainment. Facts. 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 It says, hey y'all, Baby Steps Game of the Year. Oh my God. When I saw Baby Steps, I was like, well, what is this? Well, what is this? You know, it was just kind of crazy, man. Let's see. His extra is good value for what you're getting. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Let's see here. It says when PS5 let you play PS3 native is when I'll pay extra. There you go. There you go. Hey man, speak up, bro. Speak up. Speak up, man. That's what our community is all about. Speaking up. Speaking up. Speaking up. You know what I mean? Say how you feel. All right, there we go. Supporting our show with that super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Says before extra essential, I used to stack my PlayStation subscription, but now you cannot. Well, I've seen people still stacking their memberships and stuff like that. So that's interesting that you're actually saying that. But yeah. I think Sony, they did something the last time to kind of stop that, but I think people are still finding ways to stack membership, especially with the price hike and stuff. Before the price hike hit, people was trying to find ways to stack. So thank you for the $5. Thank you for the hype train. Helps us out. You know, appreciate that. Says Sony always does Black Friday deals for PlayStation Plus. Says I'ma just renew around that time. Says I'm gonna stock on essentials until I refuse to pay the extra price. Facts. That's how you do it. That's how utilize Black Friday or Christmas and things of that nature, and just kind of just take it up a notch and just go from there. It says Marlon, Insomniac gets the flowers from me. He said they deserve it. Looking forward to what they do with Wolverine. Definitely get Spider-Man 2. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like you could see, you can literally see the body of work that's being put in. Like you can literally see the body of work, the passion and the dedication that's being put into the games, man. And Spider-Man 2 is another living testimony of it. You know what I mean? Of quality. And I can't wait to play the game. I can't wait. Sony, if you're watching this, shout outs to you guys. Spider-Man 2 is going to be that game for sure. It says, I'm not wasting $70 on a 17-hour game. Wow. I will be getting Assassin's Creed and NBA 2K. Spider-Man 2 is a wait for a sale for me. I respect your decision. I respect that. I respect that. And that was just an estimate. I mean, Insomniac Games haven't really come out and really said that. But for most people, 15 hours is decent. You know, 15 to 20 hours or close to 20 hours is decent for a single player game. Because remember, you need that perfect balance when it comes to a single player experience. You don't want it to be too long and dragged out. And you don't want it to be too short either. You want it to be right in the middle. So I think 17 to 18 hours, typically back in the day and how it used to be, is 10 hours. You know what I mean? But hey, you know what? I mean, if you're going to wait for a sale for Spider-Man 2, then hey, I respect your wishes, man. I respect your wishes. Big ups, Marlon, for all that you do. My man. Appreciate you, King Mo. Appreciate my brother out there, King Mo. Much love, bro. Appreciate that. Says, I played Starfield for a while, got bored of it quick, too slow. Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, Ray. Considering that you're more of a fast-paced type of gamer, it's not for everybody. For sure, it's not for everybody. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. It says, congrats for Hogwarts Legacy to be still #1. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, because it's Harry Potter. It's going to be crazy to see how Spider-Man 2 performs and things of that nature. It's going to be crazy, man. Spider-Man 2 is going to be on a whole nother level. It's going to be crazy. It's going to do insane numbers for Insomniac Games. and for Sony. So I can't wait to see the numbers. It says 15 hours for just story. Yeah, I did talk. I guess some of y'all missed out on when I was talking about it. So they're basically saying that, you know, Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man was beaten within 17 hours. So those who have, you know, dipped into side missions average about 25 hours, whereas the completionist took about 34 hours. So it all depends on your play style. But they're saying roughly Spider-Man 2 will probably be around 15 to 18 hours, which I think is really, really good for the actual main story. That's not including like side missions and things of that nature, DLC and all that extra stuff that's going to be added to the experience. So, you know, there's that. So just wanted to clarify that. He says when a game is one and done, it needs to be more than 17 hours for me. Okay. Everybody, like I said, everybody got their preference. Everybody got their preference. I don't think Spider-Man 2 is going to be a one and done game. I feel like there's so much stuff, especially now that they expanded, you know, the map and added Queens and added, you know, Queens in Brooklyn. There's going to be tons of missions, tons of side missions, tons of side content. And the fact that they're matching the narrative, you know, similar to the actual main story missions, that is going to be awesome, right? Not alone you're going to be, you know, invading other missions that Miles or Peter are going to be doing on the fly while you're swinging around. So I think the game is just going to be packed with content, you know, plus new game plus, you know, going back over the game, unlocking, you know, bunch of stuff. But there's a lot of one and done games. I see a lot of people tell me, oh yeah, I finished Starfield, but I don't feel like exploring a bunch of empty planets. That, you know, that's your business. You know what I mean? If you feel like you finished with the main campaign of Starfield and you're just like, I'm done with the game, then you're done with it. You know, some people don't want to go around exploring planets. So I guess that's a one and done type situation. There's a lot of one and done type games. It just matters on what your objective is. Like, what are you trying to do? You know? So there's that, man. It says, let's see, it says 17 hours is not that long for one and done game. It says they need to have some type of replay value to it. Oh, for sure, for sure. And I do believe most definitely they did talk about, you know, all the side missions that you can do, and it's going to add to the, you know, 15 to 18 hours that you're going to be 18 hours. It's almost 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? Of content for roughly, this is an estimate because we don't really know for sure, you know, to the actual main story. So count in side missions, spending hours and hours doing side content and the main content. Yeah, easily well over 30 hours easily, because even completing everything in Spider-Man 2018 was like the best I think we have gotten was what, 35 hours, which that's a lot of time. That's more than enough. And the funny thing is people complain about 17 hours now. What would you say back then when games were like for $60 and games were like 10 hours? You remember those 10 hours, 12-hour campaigns? Come on, guys. So, hey, I'm just saying 15 to 18 hours, if that's what it really is, because it's an estimate, is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad considering we were paying $60 for games with 10-hour campaigns. So there's that. There's that. Machiavelli says, what's up, Marlon? It says, do you think Sony will drop more Spider-Man faceplates in October? Yeah, for sure. It says that's what they say that Starfield ain't getting Game of the Year nominations. It says you got Baldur's Gate 3, Zelda, Final Fantasy 16, Horizon, let me see, Hogwarts, Spider-Man 2, RE4 Remake, and so many others of higher quality. Interesting. Let's see. It's only a yearly sub gone up. MK1 better on PS5 with the DualSense. It says it's 17 hours of main campaign, a lot of side lead to full boss fights that you can miss. It says for the completionists, it says they said about 35 hours. Exactly. And people are still complaining. So like I said, I mean, if 15 to 18 hours is not enough for you in terms of main mission stuff, then hey, I don't know what to tell you, man. Typically Spider-Man is not going to be that long, like, you know, but if you title in side missions and things of that nature, and doing the side missions, which leads to bigger surprises, then obviously, you know, it's going to increase the replay value for you and things of that nature. So, you know, or whether you want to just beat the main campaign and then go back and do side missions, it's definitely up to you on how you want to play the game. But I feel like the game being more massive, hey, or more open world or whatever, hey, there you go. When is it? Isn't it coming out on the 21st? Let's see here. It says Assassin's Creed is going to be back to the basic 20 to 30 hour game. I think that's enough for some people. It says I easily spend $70 on dinner that lasts 1 hour. Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. $70 for a lot of people ain't nothing. So I'm just saying. There you go. It says, oh yeah, Starfield 30 FPS. Oh boy, don't stir the pot. Don't be stirring the pot, bro. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you start stirring the pot, bro. As you about to make people get upset and stuff. So just leave that 30 FPS alone. It says it's coming out on the 20th of October, Spider-Man 2. Let's see here. It says PS players will blow Sony. Oh Lord, I'm done. Will PS players will blow Sony away? Man, listen, bro. I'm done with you guys, man. It says my Starfield doesn't go below 60 FPS. Okay. Thank you so much for subscribing, Skylar Moore. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on post notification bell. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that share button. Appreciate y'all. It says people think a bunch of hours in a game equates to quality. It's like how they brag about Starfield being 200 plus hours. How many of those 200 hours is actually real content? Yeah, I mean, your mileage may vary, you know, on something like that. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you know, you can have a game that is, you know, 40 hours, 50 hours, and then it's like you spend 40 to 50 hours in the game and then you don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'd rather a game to be short and sweet than be lengthy and boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, though. That's just me. I said that pot calling the kettle. Hey, man, I'm just saying. It says I sold my Xbox for a PS5 because Star Mid was trash. Wow. Oh, man. It says I'm more excited for Rebirth and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink in February next year. It says more than anything, I got both games pre-ordered. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Sorry, let's go. Don't remember. I think it was like around 1 o'clock, or not 1 o'clock, after 12. Yeah, it was like 12:10. Around 12:10. Let's see here. It says I sold my Xbox for a PS5 because Star Mid was trash. It says, yo, I'm just now coming into the stream. Oh man, you missed out on a whole lot of stuff. I got timestamps. Don't worry, McShawn. I got timestamps. We talked about a whole lot of stuff. Don't worry. That's why we have the timestamps. We have that DVR, so don't worry. It says we can't. He says we ain't calling Starfield anymore. It says we calling it Midfield. Starfield NPCs look like this, even when they're about to fight. Man, listen, bro. You know, like I said, Starfield is a good game, but it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. You know, it's not. And so what are you going to do? So Spider-Man 2 is more for the casual gamer. Most people are competitive players. That's why the sales never get over 20 million copies. Hey, like I said, you never know. Never. I mean, it could easily do 20 million copies easily. How much did 2018 did? I think 2018 probably, what was it, 16 or 17 million? I don't remember, but it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't remember, but it was definitely a lot for sure. It was at the top, you know, as one of Sony's best selling IPs. The length of the game is funny to read. It says you have the Xbox side trying to slam Spider-Man 2 for 17 to 20 hour main story for $70 when $70 Starfield main story is 12 to 15 hours. It's crazy. I don't know, man. You know, Viper, people just love to complain. That's all it is. You know, like I said, like people always say, you don't have to buy the game. You know what I mean? Now we looking at 15 to 17 hours or 15 to 18 hours not worth $70. That's crazy to me, considering a lot of games is like, some people beat a lot of games for $70 in 5 hours, 5 to 10 hours. It's crazy, but hey, you know, you can slam Spider-Man 2 all you want. At the end of the day, the game is going to sell well for Sony, and a lot of people are going to buy. And the funny thing is, a lot of people who have been bashing Spider-Man 2, they're going to buy the game. That's the crazy part. They're just doing it for clicks and views, and they're doing it because, well, they ain't got nothing else better to do. So there you go. Let's see here. My man says, love your streams. Also, let's give Sony credit for getting Insomniac games. That's what I was saying earlier, man. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, yo, let's put some respect on their name. Let's give them credit where credit's due. You know, it's a blessing. Thank you so much for enjoying the show. Again, if you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, turn on that post notification bell, get the likes up as well for us. And if you have any burning questions that you can't hold down on, don't hesitate to super chat or donate in the description. I appreciate y'all to help out our show. Yes, sir. Says, do you think the Outer Worlds 2 is coming to PS5? Probably. I'm 50-50 on that one because Obsidian is owned by X. Nah, it's probably not going to come. Yeah, that's right. You know, Obsidian is with Xbox, so nope. It says Spider-Man 2018 sold 13.2 plus million in 2018. Yeah, that's a big number. That's a lot. And I mean, y'all don't think Spider-Man 2 is gonna sell like crazy? Oh man, Spider-Man 2 is probably gonna do way more than 13.2 million. Way more than that. You know what I mean? Way more than that. So let's see here. It says Spider-Man PS4 sold 33 million copies. I don't know who I'll say they never sold 20 million. Exactly. I knew it was very, very extremely high. I knew it was very high. See, Spider-Man 2018 made 33 million copies. There you go. There you go. There you go. So how much you think Spider-Man 2 is gonna do? How much you think Spider-Man 2 is gonna do? Spider-Man 2 is gonna go crazy, man. Especially you can't play the game nowhere else but on PS5. Like you have to buy a PS5 in order to play the game. Hey man, it's gonna go crazy. Crazy numbers for Sony. I think Sony is probably gonna hit their next financial goal for next year. You know what I mean? For, what, 25 million PS5 ship. Like they're gonna be able to hit that with Spider-Man 2 because they're gonna have to try to keep up with demand. So I'm just saying, easy 15 million consoles, easy, or probably more than that because there's Spider-Man. It's just the way it is. The weight that Spider-Man carries is huge. A lot of people love Spider-Man. So hey man, it is what it is. It says, bro, I'm getting tired of it. It says there's literally bias on both sides of the fence because Xbox and Sony fanboys, and it's getting ridiculous. Yeah, I talked about it, man. I don't know if you were in yesterday's stream. I was trying to bring everybody together, man, and be like, look, listen, appreciate a good studio when you see them, bro. Like all this negativity, all this fighting and bickering. Can we just come together, you know, buy consoles, play games, enjoy ourselves, and just keep it moving? Like we ain't got time for all that negativity, bro. Like it's already, man, come on, man. Come on, bro. Michael with the $2 says, you have a lot of Xbox fanboys on here, bro. Shaking my, of course. I mean, you do, bro. And that's what you get. It says, how is 33 million copies good when there were 120 million PS4s in 2018. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that you have to understand. Not every single person that bought a PlayStation 4 is interested in Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? Just like with Starfield, same thing. Just like with any game, no matter how great the game is, like you can't look at that ratio and be like, oh, well, yep, see, a lot of people didn't buy Spider-Man 2 because it's trash. I mean, Spider-Man 2018 because it's trash. No, 33 million is a lot. That's a lot, dude. Out of 120 million, that is a lot. But it just goes to show you that everybody cares about Spider-Man. Not everybody cares about Spider-Man. So you just have to understand that, man. You know? Well, apparently it did what? Over 6 million at launch? Apparently it did over 6 million. Starfield did over 6 million at launch. Let's see, it's hard to sell if Spider-Man 2 is going to sell better than 2018 because it's not PS4, and back in 2018 there was a lot more PS4 sold than PS5 at the time, at this time current. I don't remember, but I think around this time, I think the PS5 was trailing a little bit behind, but I think I'm guessing they're almost there or probably already passed them out. But needless to say, how many PS5s are out there in the wild? What, over 40 million at this point? So it's gonna, I'm saying easily 20 million, maybe within, I don't know. I can't really put a time frame, 6 months to a year, easily 20 million, easy 20 million. That's half the PS5 fan base right there. Easily 20 million or more, you know? So we're just going to have to wait and see. It says if ponies can bash Starfield before it drops, it says we can bash Spider-Man 2 before it drops. Fair is fair, Marlon. Well, like I said before, this was payback. I guess this was payback for a lot of people bashing Starfield, but at the same time, look at the body of work that Insomniac Games has put in. I'm saying from a studio standpoint, like at least give them some credit. You know what I mean? Because they've been carrying Sony this generation. Like literally, that's their 4th game that they have put out in like what, 3 years? That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's crazy. Let's see. It says what they won't tell you is that it's highest selling PS exclusive ever. On top of that, the only box game this time that was sold more is Mario and Zelda and Mario Kart. That's it. Oh, you already know, man. Mario and stuff. You already know. It says Spider-Man 2018 did not sell 33 million. It was a combination of Spider-Man and Miles Morales. Spider-Man had sold around 13 million. I figured it was 13 million. I should have just looked it up. I figured it was like 13 million or something like that. But combined with Miles Morales, it was 33. Miles Morales sold really freaking well. It says 20 million because it's in a bundle. But needless to say, the game sold pretty well. Any game that sells over 10 million is pretty good. Spider-Man 2 won't have review codes, so no leaks. Who said that? Who said that? Is that confirmed? Is that actually confirmed? Is that actually confirmed? No review code. T96 with the $2 is basically saying that Starfield is woke trash. Oh man. Hey man, you know, a lot of people. Oh, it says right here, Marvel Spider-Man PlayStation sales reach 33 million as of May. Not bad, kid. All right, so it says that the last time that Sony has provided sales update on Marvel's Spider-Man was in August 2019, when it revealed that the game had sold 13.2 million units with repeat sales of the first game. Its remastered edition on PS5 and Miles Morales, those numbers have obviously reached another 20 million. So basically combined, I get the whole combining in terms of numbers. Okay, I see. But that's still pretty good though, with all the bundles and with everything. I mean, that's pretty good numbers for the entire franchise. So it's pretty good. Don't care for Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, Spider-Man is not for everybody. Just like Starfield is not for everybody. People are making fun of Starfield. You know, oh, Starfield is too slow. Starfield is this. Starfield is that. You know, it's not for everybody, man. Like, you know, people like what they like, you know. And just like GTA 6, you know, we're hearing the same woke stuff, whatever. Like, people are still going to buy GTA 6, regardless if it's woke or not. People are still going to buy it. People are still going to buy it. So, you know, it is what it is. Spider-Man 2, can't wait. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. I said I've been playing Dead Island 2 and I love it. It says, yeah, you was making fun of me? I was making fun? I was not making fun of Starfield. I was talking about the NPCs, how ugly the NPCs are, how Vasco is so freaking stupid and standing in my way when I am trying to take out the enemies and stuff in the game, and how crazy the AI is. That's what I talked about and laugh at, because it was just ludicrous to me. How can this stuff pass through quality control? Now, in terms of the base game, I did not like the way how the game looked when they first revealed it, when it got delayed last year. But at the same time, I said, you know what? At the base of the game, when they showed it off again, it did look good to me. I just wasn't a fan of the frame rate, and I wasn't a fan of how the shooting mechanics was. But obviously they improved on that, and the game is an overall better experience. But like I said, you know, the bunch of loading screens, and obviously, you know, not being 60 FPS on consoles, the NPCs, the AI, you know, I feel like some of the planets are very, very bland, not really fully flushed out or thought of, whatever the case may be. That's all I've said about Starfield. That is it. So there's that. You could go back on my streams if you want. But hey, it is what it is. It says, Love and Lies of P, finally a good game on Series X. Hey, there you go. Let's see here. Says Starfield was made for the 2010 era. Oh, dang. 13 years ago. Wow. Ouch. Sony will carry 2024, which is why Spider-Man will carry this year, and Sony knows that. Well, Microsoft is, don't sleep on Microsoft. Don't you sleep on Microsoft, because Microsoft is going to have a lot of stuff too as well. Microsoft is going to have a lot of stuff too as well. So don't sleep on Microsoft. Don't sleep on them. You know, they have a lot of games slated for 2023. I mean, 2024, I should say. It says, I said me, boss, not Marlon. Says, don't get Marlon, boss. I'm fond of Starfield. It says, Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Oh, okay. It says, I am still playing Starfield 2018. Starfield. God of War 2018. I don't know. I have Starfield in my head right now. I have Starfield in my head. It said, Todd said Starfield gets a film called Dead Planets. Oh, interesting. I guess that would be good for some people, right? It says Xbox only has Forza and Starfield has done nothing. They didn't make an impact or change. I would say Starfield definitely is steering them into the right direction. I think Starfield made a big enough splash to where sales went up 76% in terms of hardware for them, I believe, in Europe. Also, over 6 million, which I think is pretty solid, you know, for an IP. So yeah, I think it did a big splash for them, you know, and it's a step into the right direction. But they're going to need more releases like Starfield, you know, to continue to shine and stuff like that. So says Marlon, now they calling Insomniac out on Twitter for saying Spider-Man 2 only possible on PS5 because of the SSD. They saying it's a lie because Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart came to PC, but does it matter? Listen, bro. Listen, you know, this is the thing, man. you got to look at it from what they're saying, like from what they're able to achieve. Even Microsoft knows that. I saw like some type of email that came out about the capabilities of the PS5, and Xbox XX was looking into that in terms of the PS5 SSD and how much faster it is than the Xbox SSD. And from a development standpoint, what they're developing in terms of Spider-Man 2, like they're feeling like with the level of speed and level of what they're able to do, yeah, it's only possible on PS5 currently right now at that type of speed. If it was on Series X, probably not as fast because the SSD is not as fast as PS5 from that general understanding. But now with PC, you have SSDs that are faster or on par with PS5 now. So you know, same thing with their whole Ratchet and Clank situation. Like, you know, you can definitely see that. You know what I mean? Like, you can definitely see like you're getting close to the same performance of how it was, you know, for the game back in 2021. So there's that. What's up? Yo, Killer, what's up, man? How you doing? It says, yo, Marlon, what's good? What's up, bro? It says, bro, first lady in the house. Shouts to the wife. It says, good news week, bro. It says, getting my car back this week. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. Can't wait for Spider-Man 2. Also, I think next year in 2024, we'll have PS5 showcase. Oh, for sure. For sure. It says, why don't just y'all do random planets in the universe to have things on it? It says, scientists said most planets have nothing on them. That is true. That is true. It's space. But again, I guess some people are calling it a bore fest because they're getting on these planets and it's just like nothing to do. It's space. So rightfully so. Shouts to Gaskin. Appreciate Gaskin for being here. Yep, we're out here. It says, yep. And Phil Spencer bought a PS5 bundle for Midwest. There you go. Are you surprised? See, these execs, they're the ones that be buying, you know, their competitors' consoles and playing because they just real gamers. It's just the fanboys out here just acting like, I don't want a PS5. I don't want an Xbox. You know, and maybe games that possibly don't intrigue you or whatever the case may be, that's understandable. But hey, you like what you like, play what you play, man. It says, when will they restock on Spider-Man PS5 covers? It's almost well past September. Yeah, I don't know if you keep track of my man's Jake Randall. Yeah, he did do some restock in early September. Like there was some restocks of it. So just follow him out on Twitter. He's a supporter of the channel as well. Follow him out on Twitter or Wario64 out on Twitter. Those guys really keep up with restocks, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have some more restocks as we get closer and closer to the release of the game and such. So I think they meant it's more as is possible on PS5 to have smooth transitions and not on PS4. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. It says Xbox X can handle Spidey well if it was on it. Oh, for sure. But probably not as fast because, you know, because on paper, and obviously we see the evidence that PS5 SSD and IO throughput is faster than Xbox. So because of that, it's going to perform faster, right, than Series X. But of course, Spider-Man 2 is possible on Series X for sure, and I think it would look really, really good, especially if it was built from the ground up to take advantage of the Series X, which is a beast of a console on paper. So yeah, there's that. It said, do you think that Sony is still holding out because of the ABK? I mean, the ABK deal is over with now, so no more excuse on that. I just think that they're probably holding out because, you know, they still have to do some polishing, and also maybe a lot of these games, like they're just trying to see how they can turn a lot of this stuff into live service, you know, more and stuff like that. But we will see. You know, a lot of these games do take time, and can't wait to see the next PS5 showcase with a lot of these, you know, bigger, you know, PlayStation IPs and such. So, you know, we'll see what happens. It says MK1 PS5 is fun. Oh man, I'm happy you're having a great time. It says Xbox can't make great games, just buy studios, which is why I switch. Hey man, you know what? that's been an issue for years, man. But I think this year, you know, they started to like buy more studios, and at the same time, they're trying to understand, or they're trying to, you know, go off into a step into the right direction, I guess, if you may. So I think that this generation is a little bit better than how it was last generation. But at the same time, we had more games for Xbox One than we do Series X, for sure. Especially, you know, during the launch period and things of that nature. But, you know, there's that. It says Rockstar just released GTA 5 10-year anniversary trailer on YouTube like 3 days ago. Don't care. Don't care. Sorry, don't freaking care. Don't care. Don't care. I want GTA 6 at this point. I don't care about GTA 5. I'm tired of GTA 5. They just milking that game as much as they can. That's why it keeps selling. That's why it's always on the top 10. You know, it's always on the top 10. And, you know, there's that. All right. So, McShawn, make sure y'all hit the like button for me, guys. Share the stream. Appreciate you guys. And if y'all have any burning questions, don't hesitate to super chat and show us some love in that regard if you want to. It says, right, I definitely agree. But to be honest, I feel like no matter how powerful the hardware is between Microsoft and Sony, they will never be able to catch up to PC because there's always a step ahead. That is true. That is true. For sure. Most definitely. But around the time when the PS5 came out 3 years ago, yes, the PS5 was the fastest, you know, PC on the planet, because basically all these consoles are basically lower powered PC in terms of the SSD. So, and now obviously PC is way leagues ahead now, you know, so there you go. Rumor is Game Pass is 30 million now. Oh, wouldn't be. I would think it would be well over 30 million. I mean, the last time we heard it was what, 25 million or a little over 25 million. So 30 million, not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It says COD is the main reason why PS is more popular than Xbox. Wait, you know what? Hey, man, survey says, hey, a lot more people, which is true, a lot of people buy consoles because of third-party games. And Sony knows this. Everybody knows this. You know, a lot of people buy Call of Duty to play on PlayStation. A lot of people buy a lot of third-party games to play on PlayStation, and not so much of the single-player stuff or the first-party stuff, you know? And I mean, it shows in the numbers. It shows into the numbers. Not everybody that owns a PS5 is going to buy Spider-Man 2. That would be nice, right? That would be really nice. You know, Spider-Man 2 selling over 40 million copies. That would be insane. But, you know, hey, you know, not everybody likes Spider-Man. Not everybody likes Starfield. Not everybody likes Halo. So you're always going to get, you know, that type of scale in terms of, you know, performance and how, you know, certain things kind of work. So this is what up, Marlon. This is when you think Insomniac Games will be sending out review codes to media. He said they can review the game. I would say 2 weeks before. Typically, they normally do 2 weeks beforehand. So probably early October. I would say probably end of September to early October. Like maybe first week of October, they might start rolling out codes, you know, because they typically want to give you like sometimes a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks to review a game. So, you know, we'll see. Maloney, what's up, Maloney? How you doing, man? Hello from Liverpool, England. Yo, shout outs to my English brothers and sisters out there. Let's get it popping. Man, we worldwide. Let's go. We worldwide. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Man, what time is it over there in Liverpool right now? Yo, shout outs to my English brothers and sisters, man. I appreciate the love. Make sure y'all like the stream, share the stream, show some mad love. Appreciate y'all, man. Yes, sir. Can't wait to play on PC. Can't wait to play on PC. Hey, I feel that. Feel that. He says, well, how many of you guys are buying the Legion Go once pre-orders go up and stuff? Are you guys picking that up or what's popping? Let's see here. It says, Marlon, do you think Spider-Man 2 will sell more copies than God of War? Oh, well, I think so. But I'm kind of 50-50 on it, considering that it was on PS4. So PS4 kind of helped Ragnarok. So I mean, all in all, but I do feel like Spider-Man 2 is gonna dethrone God of War Ragnarok though, because it's freaking Spider-Man. But then again, I'm also thinking in the back of my head, like, you know, Ragnarok had the PS4 fan base, so you know, so I mean, it's a possibility that it will, because I mean, we're a little over 40 million right now. We're a little over 40 million PS5s right now, so it's a possibility. You know, it just matters on, I can say easily 20 million, easily, for Spider-Man 2, easily, you know, but we'll see. You just never know. It's 20. Oh man, it's almost 8:40 right now. Wow. 8:40 at night. Holy freaking cow. 8:40 at night. Jeez. Yeah, man, you guys are far way ahead of us. Wow. Shout outs to my England brothers and sisters. Love you guys, man. My English brothers and sisters out there. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Country boy. What's up, country boy? What up, bro? What's popping? We're here. We're grinding as usual. Taking these questions, you know? Yes, sir. So the Xbox fanboys want to trash Spider-Man because he's a PlayStation exclusive, but I bet they'll watch the movies. Oh man, don't listen to people, bro. People are gonna be salty. People are gonna say whatever they want to say, whatever. You know, people buy what they buy, play what they play. At the end of the day, man, like I said, my job is to spread awareness. My job is to play the games for y'all to check them out, see if you like them. If you don't like them, then we can move on to the next one, right? So it's all good, man. I know I'm getting the game, you know, regardless of what happens. I'm going to be playing the game day one. So I'm not worrying about people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worrying about people. I'm just playing the game, enjoying the game, and that's it. Oh, man, Wolverine is going to be crazy. I think Wolverine is probably going to set the bar. It's going to dethrone Spider-Man in terms of visuals, and in terms of pushing the PS5 to its limits. And sale-wise, I don't know if Wolverine is going to outdo Spider-Man. But, man, Wolverine is going to be that game. Wolverine is going to be that game. So, Marlon, last week I was watching the events that happened in NY over 20 years ago. It says, I don't want to say it. It says I was watching old life what happened. And, man, that was, yeah. Man, it's crazy, bro. So much stuff happening, so much stuff going on, so much stuff happened back then. It's just to see where we are now, man, it's a blessing, you know? Got to take what we can get and roll with it. It says haters gonna hate, but players gonna play. Hey, there you go. Hey, man, you can't worry about people, bro. I've learned that. My dad always tell me that. Don't worry about people. You just do you at the end of the day. Play what you want to play. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Says I'm checking out FF7 after Crisis Core right now on Chromebook. My man, let's go. You can't wait, right? Yeah, country boy, I can't wait either, man. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, just roll with the punches, man. It is what it is, bro. It's life. It says you remember the fun we had where single and multiplayer fans united one flag. It says in the PS3 era. Yeah, that's gone now. You know, that's gone now, bro. Everything, gaming is so divided now. It's crazy, man. People don't want to come together and stuff. It's crazy, but hey, to each their own, man. Everybody do their thing. Everybody do their thing. Yeah, yeah. He says 8 hours till Mortal Kombat. Wait. What? Oh, so it was for Dan. So premium people. So premium people was I've been so busy, bro. Like so premium people yeah, premium people been playing for a while. I see. What's up? What's up? Iron Goku. What's up, my guy? What's up? How you doing? Appreciate you guys for the blessing. Say you need a PS5 mandatory to play Spider-Man 2. Will this help or hinder the game though? Nah, I mean, I think it's a big plus. You want to play the game, buy the console. You know, differences with Sony and Microsoft is not, you know, having that same business model like Sony to where, you know, you have to buy a PS5 to play their day one exclusive. Microsoft, you don't need an Xbox. You can just play on PC and have a great time. Or you could play on your TV or your phone or your tablet and have a good time, you know? So there's that. Switch 2 will be more powerful than Xbox One and PS4 according to Digital Foundry. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Says, I've really been enjoying MK1. My man, there you go. Happy to hear that, man. It says, yeah, premium version started Thursday. Okay. So it's for 4 days. So the game is officially coming out today. Got you. It says best of both worlds. It says 2 gens later, PS5 couldn't even do backwards compatibility like Xbox. Real PlayStation fans can give flowers, or Xbox backwards compatibility and wonder why they didn't. Now Sony pulled the plug on PS3. Hey man, like I said, a real gamer, a real fan will respect both sides of the fence. You know, when you see a great studio putting in work and doing their thing, hey man, you congratulate them and just keep it pushing and keep it moving. So, you know, there's that, man. I say, hey Marlon. It says, what's good? It says, just got off work. It says, I'm going to watch your show over. It says, Mortal Kombat is sick. I finished the story already. What? It says, I hope you're doing it again. Oh man, I'm happy to hear that. Let's go. I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear that. Wow, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is, man. Like I said, we ain't got time for the toxic mess. We just here to play games and have fun and, you know, enjoy each other's time and stuff. That's really what it boils down to. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for allowing me to do this full time for you guys. I know that this month has been very, very slow in terms of like news and announcements, and Spider-Man 2 literally carried us this month. Like talking about Spider-Man, covering Spider-Man has literally give us that little extra boost. And so every little bit counts, whether you guys like and subscribing, super chatting, talking in the chat, you know, hitting the like button, telling somebody else to subscribe. It all helps us out for us to continue to keep the lights on and continue to do what we do here. So I love you guys. Be blessed. I'll have timestamps for you guys, you know, for the show. Any one of you guys just getting off work and you missed out on the show, I'll have timestamps for y'all. And yeah, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for the love, man. Get back to y'all games. I'm not trying to keep up y'all time or anything like that. Just wanted to chop it up with you guys to see what's good. Mo says, have a good one more. Hey, appreciate you. You too as well, bro. Thank y'all for the love. Appreciate y'all. And it's always a blessing to serve you guys. All right. So until next time, guys, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Share the stream. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel so that we can continue to grow the nation. And peace. Love you guys. Be blessed. Stay up. We out.